nesting on building tops and inside apartments. The total number of snipers is unknown, but analysts suggest that the FSO purposefully positions some of these nests in visible spots, so it would deter any attempt on Putin's life long before it comes to shooting. These snipers are not people you'd want to provoke. While they truly have nerves of steel, they are always looking for potential threats. So, if you decide to express your disappointment against the Russian president in any way while he's present, you can be sure you have at least a dozen red dots on your forehead. Still, don't worry, public executions of critics are not widely spread, even in Russia. Of course, this will come after they arrest and beat you. However, a good idea is not to try and pull a water gun at the president, as this might end up a much different way than you imagined. Needless to say, when Putin visits any town, the snipers are scattered across the entire route. People are warned not to look through the windows, and any laundry that might be drying outside should be taken off. This is where the 4th unit comes into play. Unit 4, in charge of securing the perimeter. That's presumably the largest unit within the SBP, as it has the most critical job. If the other 3 teams have to intervene, this unit has failed, and some people will surely get fired or have an incident with a window in a high floor. The 4th unit is tasked with securing the perimeter and ensuring the president's safety outside the Kremlin. This includes choosing the precise road the president has to take to avoid choke points and places where civil unrest might unfold. When abroad, this job becomes far more complicated, as some criminal gangs will be highly interested in capturing the Russian president on their own turf. When Putin has plans to travel abroad, this unit is sent at least 2 weeks in advance to check routes, create escape plans, determine points of threat, and collaborate with local law enforcement to prevent any such acts against the Russian president. Naturally, the host is just as interested in protecting their guest as the SBP. Moreover, this advanced unit has the task of choosing and securing the hotel where the president and his entourage will stay. Usually, they choose a highly luxurious 5-star or higher hotel for more than 2 weeks. Then, depending on the building's size and security features, they reserve the entire hotel, an entire wing, or just several floors. After the reservation is confirmed, they move in and sweep the whole area inside and around the hotel. They are looking for any potential threats, like explosives, spy devices, and anything that might be perceived as a threat. After they're done, they seal the building until the president arrives. Then, just before Putin arrives, they make another quick sweep of the perimeter before the Russian president sets foot in the hotel. In the meantime, at home, the rest of the unit chooses the servants that will go along with Putin on the visit. While their screening methods are highly classified, they rarely pick the same servants twice for security reasons. Only Putin's cook makes an exception to this rule, as he was handpicked by the president and knows precisely how the wannabe dictator loves his porridge. As you can imagine, a paranoid person like Putin could never trust foreign help, so wherever he travels, his servants, cooks, and butlers follow. They take over the hotel's staff functions while Putin's in. However, the most essential piece of the puzzle is the food tasters. The food tasters. The food tasters are usually present at any event where the Russian president has to eat. They have one single task: to examine the food and taste it before it gets served in front of the dear leader. For example, during a visit of Turkish President Erdogan to Russia, Putin famously shared a pistachio ice cream with his Turkish colleague from a seemingly ordinary ice cream booth. This might fool some people, but when you know how seriously both Putin and Erdogan take their security, this was, without a doubt, an SBP agent who gave the 2 leaders a pre-approved and thoroughly checked ice cream. With all these security measures, Unit 4 takes the heaviest load to protect its president. As you can imagine, Putin's stay abroad isn't cheap. In fact, a couple of nights in another country would often cost in the tens of millions. Still, that's nothing compared with the extreme security measures Putin takes when traveling at home. President's transportation.